Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Can you all hear me? Am I coming through loud and clear? Let's see. Loud and clear. I am indeed. How is everybody tonight? Happy Friday the 13th again. I, I'm surprised anybody's here. Haven't you all got had enough of me today? Between the Friday the 13th Part 3 commentary with Jeremy and then our Friday the 13th Killer Trivia Challenge. Um, Here's another line. It's Friday the 13th. We've got to celebrate Friday the 13th, right? So, and DJ, yes, I could ask some more killer trivia questions. I've got the cards right here, so I might ask a few during the course of tonight's stream. Don't know how long it'll last. Maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. I don't know. Maybe all night. We'll just have to wait and see. But Nico, thank you for the $10 super chat, my friend. Happy birthday, Jason. Happy Friday the 13th, Piz and Pals. Thanks, man. Hope you're doing well. Let's see who else is with me tonight here. We've got Jill. What's up, Jill? We got Jimmy L., Sean Sr., Michael Sullivan.
Man, you are one scared cat.
Reggie the Reckless. Thank you. 11 months as a channel member. Thank you, man. You are definitely one scared cat. There's no doubt about that. Thank you, man. We've got Sam Crow here. We've got Captain Halloween, Keith. We've got Mabs for It Died. Moss, but I'm going to call you Moss. Moss, loud and clear. Thank you. We got NC Clifton Cooper, Dalton, Joe Reese, Sonny, DJ Donley. There's Nico in the chat. Aaron Nordquist, RJ Skarinki, Francis Chainsaw Gramp, Antonis Andriatis, PlayStation 9, Joshua Kritzer. Yeah, so we've got a lively chat already tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's had a good Friday the 13th so far. Thought we'd hang out tonight, and I thought maybe, I've showed off my Michael Myers mask collection in the past. Why not show off my hockey mask collection tonight, since it's Friday the 13th, right? And I'm gonna do some unbaggings of some stuff that I got for Jeremy's birthday coming up. So I'm gonna show you guys, give you guys a sneak peek of some stuff for Jeremy's birthday, which is coming up soon. The White Trash Jedi, how's it going? Myers the Vlogger, hello. Punisher Batman, Brian Trash, S. Rose, Ross Jordan. If you've not dropped a like on this stream, please do so. I'd appreciate that. What's up, Dave? Drum Smash, Justin Murad, John McCullough, Predator Fan. Start doing shots. You know what? I kind of thought about it, but I've been having some issues this whole week with my back pain, and I think I may have a something to do. I think it might be like a kidney infection. So probably not a good idea to do shots. But I am starting to feel better, though. So I think I'm coming out of it. But I think it's something. I think it might have been a kidney infection. But I'm all right. I'm good. I'm coming out of it. Just probably not a good idea to do shots. Just stick with the agua, H2O. Good aqua. Happy Friday the 13th to you, S. Rose.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Thank you, Dalton, for the $2 super chat. Happy Jason Day, everyone. Is RB your favorite Jason? Man, I don't know. I like each Jason for different reasons. So I don't know. When I think of the definitive Jason, it's the part 3 Jason for me. It's that simple, work shirt, the gray pants, and that beautiful mask. So that to me is the definitive Jason. Jason's birthday is whenever Friday the 13th is. Whatever day Friday the 13th falls on is Jason's birthday. As many times as we can celebrate Jason, I mean, why not? Why not celebrate Jason? I mean, if you just want to celebrate Jason once a year and you're that kind of fan, if you're that kind of fan, I mean, that's okay. That's on you. Personally, I celebrate Jason, if not by the minute, at least daily. So, but you celebrate Jason as much as you want. If it's once a year, I mean, that's on you. Yeah, I heard there's a Friday the 13th marathon on AMC. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Favorite final girl? I've always been partial to Trish from part 4. I think she gets lost in the shuffle between Alice and Amy Steele. And then, of course, you move into, you've got Lark Park Lincoln.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
Nico, thank you for the additional $5 super chat, sir. If I was a drinking man, Piz, I'd do a sympathy shot, but damn, it's root beer. Here goes. Root beer's good. What kind of root beer are we drinking? Are we talking about Barks or a fancy brand? But I've always liked Trish. I think Trish was, Trish wasn't going out without a fight. So, I mean, I appreciate that from Trish. Like when she is defending, when it's basically her, between her, she's standing between Jason and her brother, and she's like, she's holding that machete and she's like, I've got something for you. I mean, I believe that. She was one tough cookie. And she put up a heck of a fight. Hey, PlayStation 9, what's going on? Favorite Evil Dead movie? Actually, I think my favorite Evil Dead movie is Army of Darkness, to be honest. I think it's Army of Darkness. What's up, Rick Hunter? Amy Steele. I know Amy Steele's got a huge following. She's like I think she's got to be like the number one favorite final girl for the Friday the 13th series. Hands down. She just has such a following. I remember Peter Bracke was telling me about the first time he met her. And I'm sure everybody knows who Peter Bracke is. But he was telling me about the first time he met her. I think he was at a restaurant, and she walked into the restaurant and he started crying. He broke down into tears. Just like, seeing her there. He just broke into tears. So that's love for a final girl right there. And I've met Kim Beck, who played Trish, and she was really nice. Really, really nice. Did I see A&W? A&W is good root beer, that's for sure. Eddie, what's up, man? But also, don't forget. Oh goodness, what's her name? In part 5. Oh God. Um. I forgot. Somebody help me out here. I like her a lot too. How can you not? I mean, come on. Hey Blake. Hey Blake TV. What's up? And I had a crush on Lar Park Lincoln for the longest time. I mean, Tina. You know, come on. So Piz, when is the Buddy Cooper interview coming out? I did a interview with Buddy Cooper. Pam, that's it. Thank you, Keith. Pam. But the hottest lady who's ever been in a Friday the 13th movie, hands down, no question about it, Ethel. Period. No question about it. But yeah, Buddy, I did an interview with Buddy a couple of years ago. And I do believe Buddy will be back on the channel at some time in the near future to talk about Mutilator 2. So that'll be a fun conversation. That's right. Kim Beck is in Massacre at Central High. Yeah. Yep. I didn't know that at the time when I met her because I hadn't seen Massacre at Central High. But I would have loved to have asked her about that movie. When Ethel was smacking a chicken with a hammer, I got very excited. I mean, didn't we all? Least favorite final girl? I don't know if I have one. I don't know if I have a least favorite. The Jason X, Lexa Doig from Jason X. Yeah. Yes. The mayor from Friday the 13th Part 5 was in Ghostbusters. Yeah, wasn't he the mayor? Wasn't he also like the mayor in Ghostbusters? Or was he like the chief of police or something? I don't remember. Yeah, I told Lar Park Lincoln that when I met her a few years ago. I was like, I had such a crush on you back in the day. And I think she said something like, was it the hair? Because she hated her hair in that movie. And I was like, oh yeah, it was totally the hair. You know, the hair. Yeah. What's up, Ben Grimm? How you doing, man? You're watching Dark Knight of the Scarecrow 2? Oh, Ben. Well, wait a minute. No. Is watching Dark Knight of the Scarecrow 2 considered cruel and unusual punishment? It's just not good. It's not good. It's not good. I think JD Fagelson's heart was in the right place. It's just it's not a good movie at all. And it's just boring. Like it's not even it doesn't even put forth the effort to be bad in a fun and entertaining kind of way. It's just bad and boring. So Justin, you're watching part 1 now. Cool. I know it's not the best Friday, but but I seem to be repeatedly drawn to part 3 whenever I need a comfort film. I get it. I get it. It's that disco theme, right? Bow, 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 bow. That disco theme, it's infectious. It's totally infectious. I like Monica Keena. I've seen her in other movies, and she's good in those movies. It's just I don't. I mean, I don't think any actor in Freddy vs. Jason is good necessarily, but I don't blame them. I blame the material and the director, because I've seen Monica Keena in other movies deliver good performances, but Freddy vs. Jason, good God. Ugh. Is Jason a deadite? No, Jason's not. Jason may be a deadite in the Jason Goes to Hell universe. Just like Jason went to space in the Jason X universe. Those are completely separate universes from the first 8 films. The first 8 films all take place in one universe, and the New Line films are their own individual canon. It will explain the hockey mask disco ball in your apartment. Now that would be cool. I'd like to have one of those. A hockey mask disco ball? Pff, yeah. Three great videos today. What a treat. Oh, well, thank you, Sam. Final chapter is... I mean, the final chapter is a perfect slasher movie, in my opinion. Perfect slasher movie. Whether it's a Friday the 13th or not, it's just the perfect slasher movie. Marry, screw, kill. Ethel, the lady from the diner in the original, and the robot chick from X. Oh my God. Could you even do the second one? The second part of that with the robot chick from X? Did that guy say that she was anatomically correct? Because I don't know if you could do that. So I would probably... I would marry the lady from the diner in the original, because she's a good cook, and she's just a sweet person. I would screw Ethel, because she's a wildcat. There's no doubt about that. And I'd have to kill the robot. So, there you go. Would I ever try Jason Burger? Of course. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Favorite slasher movie, period? Oh, man, there's so many. There's so many that I love. If I had to pick just one, it'd probably be The Burning. I love The Burning. Love The Burning. So I'm going to show off some of my hockey masks, because I've done like a Michael Myers mask collection video in the past, but I've never done a hockey mask collection video. And what's funny is, out of all of these, only one of them I've painted, which it's funny because all of the ones that I paint, I sell, but then I buy other people's masks. So it's weird. Favorite pizza topping? Pepperoni. Blood Rage is a great slasher too. Love, 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 love Blood Rage. All right, so here we go. Right off the top, we've got a part 3 barn scene hawk here. This is a Crash Cunningham mask. Beautiful mask. Crash Cunningham is one of the best artists painting these masks. When I first started painting masks, it was funny because
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
thank you, Lobkey Vision Films, for the $5 super chat. On my way to see Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Cool. It will be my first time seeing it in 3D and in theaters. Both showings are sold out, so it should be a fun time. That will be a fun time, man. That's awesome, Cody. I envy you, man. Have fun. That'll be fun. But actually I've got 2 Crash Cunningham Part 3 barn scene hawks. Well, this one's a lot dirtier. This one's slightly cleaner. But when I first started painting hockey masks, I discovered that the hockey mask painting community is they're so afraid to tell you, like I would ask some random person, like, oh man, I really like that color. What color is that you used? The answer would always be, oh, it's a mixture. It's a mixture of my own colors. It's a mixture. Or if you asked questions about any kind of like technique as far as weathering, you'd get nothing. Nothing. These people they were like so tight-lipped about their secrets. And Crash was one of the few people who, like, I sent him some pictures of my stuff and he critiqued it and he said, try this, try that, a little less, a little more. He didn't necessarily share with me any of his secrets, but he was very helpful, where a lot of other people, if you ask them a question about a color or a weathering technique or whatever, you'd get no answer, or you'd get this completely like oblique answer that just didn't make sense. But it's a very hush-hush community, a very paranoid community. But 2 Crash Cunningham, Part 3 Hawks. He's a great artist. And again, this is my favorite look. I love that Part 3 look, especially the barn scene. The scratches and the damage and all that. This is, to me, the definitive mask from the definitive Jason look. So here we have got a Cursed Camp Studios Part 4. This is a shower scene, Part 4 from Cursed Camp Studios. And I forget the gentleman's name at Cursed Camp, but he's also a really, really talented artist. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful mask done by him. The blood, the scratches, the damage, all just really, really great. But yeah, Cursed Camp Studios, he does a phenomenal job with all of his masks. And yeah, so Part 4, shower scene. Here we've got another Crash mask. This is a Part 4 end scene mask. This is where the chevrons are worn off. The blood here is kind of dried. It's just really nasty. It's really chewed up. It's beautiful. And the inside, just a mess. Look at the inside of that. All that gore. Nice. But yeah, another Crash mask. We've got Jamie Blanks in the chat. Jamie, how you doing, man? Happy Friday the 13th. Although, is it Saturday the 14th now in Australia? Either way, hope you're either having or have had a great Friday the 13th. How many Jason masks do I have? Well, we're going to go through just about every one of them here. So here we've got yet another Crash Cunningham mask. This is a part 5. Now, this is one of his older part 5s. He doesn't paint them to look like this anymore. So this is an older design of his. Not sure exactly when this one was painted, but yeah, he changed how he does his 5s. But I like this one personally. Pretty cool. This mask I unboxed today during our Friday the 13th Part 3 40th anniversary live commentary. So it's Saturday the 14th in Australia. Did you do anything special for Friday the 13th, Jamie? But this is the fiberglass masks, fiberglass part 5. I've wanted to get my hands on one of these fiberglass masks for a while. They're pretty pricey, but I found this one on eBay for a pretty good price and snatched it up, and always wanted a mask made out of fiberglass. So got this one. Here's another Cursed Camp Studios. This is the Part 5 Dream Sequence mask. I've always thought this was a cool mask because of that lone stream of blood that runs down it there. Always really dug this design. Yeah. Who won the Steelbook? We had 2 Steelbook winners. Big Crack Rock won one of them, and I forget the gentleman's name who won the second. But they've both gotten in touch with me, so I will have those Steelbooks off in the mail to them early next week. So, just got to sit with Lauren Marie Taylor all day at Blairstown Diner. I collected her autograph money. What a day. Oh, that's cool, Amity Hour. How was that, by the way? Did they have all the guests inside the diner? Because the diner seems like that would be pretty cramped. That'd be a cramped space with all of those guests inside and then, fans inside it as well. How did they have that arranged? But I would have loved to have gone to that. And speaking of Lauren Marie Taylor, I actually watched a non-Friday the 13th movie with her in it last night. I watched the new Girls Night Out Arrow Blu-ray. So I'll have a review for that coming out soon. But yeah, no, this is the hallucination mask. This is what it's called. The Jason hallucination mask in part 5. Yeah. And yeah, it was sad. Fred Ward passed away. Yeah, Fred Ward's a great actor. He was in so much stuff and, was always good in everything he was in. But, of course, Fred Ward, most people would probably remember him from Tremors. Very gifted character actor, passed away. I believe he was 79. So, sad, but, had a great career. Here's a part 6 Oz mask. Ozaran. This is the one with the bullet hole in it, and the blood splatter, and all that jazz. Got the leather straps. Really nice mask. Oz is another talented artist. Here is a Part 8 poster hawk. I don't remember Austin. That was the name of the guy who painted this for me. I sent him the blank. I tried many times to get the poster mask, to get it down, the painting. It's a lot of, mixing and combining and whatnot. And it's very tedious, and I could never quite get it the way that I wanted it to look. So I just sent him a blank, and he painted this for me, and I think it looks absolutely killer. And yeah, so the Part 8 poster, Hawk. Yeah, he did a really good job. Austin Young painted this for me way back in 2019. Yeah, very nicely done. Favorite non-Friday camp slasher? The Burning. The Burning. I actually got this beanie from, oh goodness, what's her name? She's actually Lauren Marie Taylor's, like a booking agent for conventions. I forget her name. Oh goodness. But I bought it from her. He was a wonderful actor. Tremors will always be a personal fave. I'll never forget my first viewing of it and being so impressed with the cast and the tone of the movie. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, Tremors is awesome. Just played a couple matches with Henrietta in the Evil Dead game. Seems fun so far. Very cool. I've actually not I've not seen much footage. Gameplay footage for the game, but I'll definitely look into it. Stacy, yes, that's her name. Stacy Lee, yes, that's her name. Amity Hour. Mm-hmm. Let's see, where are we here? Here is a Cursed Camp Studios Jason Goes to Hell. And this is one, I don't know. For some reason, I just don't like painting these. So instead of painting one for my Jason Goes to Hell bust, I just bought one. Yeah. But yeah, another really nice mask from Cursed Camp Studios. Got the bullet hole in it. Got all the damage on it. Yeah, really nice. Here we've got an Oz remake mask. And I think Oz does the best remake masks. And this thing is thick. Look how thick that thing is. It is thick. It is heavy. It is a rock. A freaking rock. And the paint job on it is just beautiful. Oz is just, yeah. I think he does the best remake masks. Got another Oz here. This is my favorite. This is the best thing about Freddy vs. Jason, in my opinion. This mask. This is the battle damaged, broken, cracked mask that you see at the very end of the movie. But I love this mask. Don't love the movie, but love this mask. And this is another Oz. And again, super thick, super heavy. Great leather straps on it. He's got all the damage here, all the scratches. It just looks absolutely beautiful. The best thing about Freddy vs. Jason. This mask. Beautiful, beautiful thing.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Hey, Gabe, thank you, man, for the $4.99 super chats. Ooh, baby, those damn enchiladas. Happy Friday the 13th to you. Hope you're doing well. How have you spent this special day? Yeah, Cody. Yeah, Jeremy and I sign the inside of every mask that I paint, so you'll definitely get our signatures inside that mask. Happy 40th Friday part 3 to you too, Messy Marv. Next up here, I have got a Never Hike Alone hawk. This one was done by Topher from A New Kind of Fear. This was part of my reward for backing Never Hike in the Snow. But this is a really, really well done mask. Looks just like the one in the movie. Again, this one's also very thick, pretty heavy. Just beautiful, beautiful mask. I don't remember who painted this one. I just saw a guy on Facebook offering to sell this mask. I thought it looked cool. I got it. It's the part 5 poster mask, but he's drilled it a little differently, put the chevrons on it, and splashed some blood on it. I just thought it looked cool, and it's got leather straps. So, no, I think it might have been Thou Shall Create. I think that is who did this mask. Thou Shall Create. Don't hold me to that, though. But I just thought it looked cool. And, the guy wanted a few bucks for it, and I was like, hey, I'll take it. And we've got here, this is the only mask that I own that I painted myself, and it's the NES Jason mask. This one sits on my NES Jason bust. There you go. And I've actually got 2 other masks. They're hung up on the wall though. I didn't get them down. One is the very first real hockey mask that I ever owned. It's a part 3, but it's not really that screen accurate. But I got it signed by Kane Hodder years and years ago, and I've got the part 5 grave scene mask where the guys dig up Jason and he's got the worms in his eyes. I've got that mask with the worms on it hanging up right above me. So, setting up the projector on the patio, watching Jason Lives when the sun goes down. Ah, that sounds like a good Friday the 13th, Gabe. That's for sure. Looks like a humongous mask. Yeah, he, instead of the holes being square, he just made them circular, of course. And, splashed some blood on it, put the chevrons on it, and I thought it was pretty cool. So that's my hockey mask collection. It kind of does look like the mask that they wore in Heat during that robbery. Today I bought the final chapter on Blu-ray. Nice, Robert. Nice. Thank you, Brent. Wayne Grow. Wayne Grow from Heat. All right, so as requested by DJ Donley, I'm going to throw some Friday the 13th trivia out there at you guys. And let's see. Let's test everybody's Friday the 13th knowledge here, shall we? All right, let's start with an easy one. But that's way too easy. In Jason X, what year were both Jason and Rowan awakened aboard the ship? 3000, 2005, 2455, or 2657? That was an epic collection. Thank you, Jill. Yeah, I've got 3 or 4 Leatherface masks. What do I think is the most underrated Friday movie? Part 5. 2455. You are correct. Hellbound Demon 33. You got it first. You are correct. Well done. Well done. We've got some other, 2455. That's it. What characters generally survive a Friday the 13th movie? A. Young lovers. B. Virginal female. C. Virginal male. D. Male and female friends. Hey, inside the attic. Virgins, of course. Well, actually, the answer that it's looking for is virginal female. Okay, if you're a virgin man, doesn't matter. Gotta be a virginal female. All right. Here's a tough one. In Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning, who did Robin have a poster of in her room? Was it A. Corey Feldman? B. James Dean. C. John Stamos. Or D. Elvis Presley. Most expensive piece of horror memorabilia? Jeez. I don't know. I've got some pretty rare Halloween figures that usually fetch a pretty penny. James Dean, you are correct, Dave. It is James Dean. It is James Dean. Now, let's find another good one. True or false? Terry Kaiser, who played actually it's Dr. Cruz, not Dr. Crew. And I think there's been a couple of questions here that this game has gotten wrong. But anyway, true or false? Terry Kaiser, who plays Dr. Cruz in Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood, played the title character in the film Weekend at Bernie's. Correct. Antonis, you are correct. He did indeed. He did indeed. So we'll pull some more trivia as the night progresses. What's up, Christian? How you doing, man? How have you spent your Friday the 13th? Bad News Cruise. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would certainly appreciate it. So let's open up a couple of things. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek at some of Jeremy's birthday presents that I got for him that arrived in the mail recently. So I'm going to unbag them and then go hide them so you can't find them. So Jeremy is really easy to buy for when it comes to his birthday and Christmas, but at the same time, he's becoming more and more difficult to buy for because he only wants books or shirts. And he's got 2 rooms full of books already and a closet with 100 shirts in it. So when you get beyond, okay, so what do you want other than books and other than shirts? He's like, don't know. So I'm I'm going to have to start getting creative. But he did request a couple shirts specifically, and I've got some of them here. So I'll show them to you guys, let you guys have a sneak peek. We ended up watching Freddy's Revenge instead of Jason Takes Manhattan. I couldn't help myself. Freddy's Revenge is just too good. Wow. That's blasphemous. You watched Nightmare on Elm Street on Friday the 13th? Blasphemous. Sometimes Jeremy will ask for caps. But he's also building quite a cap collection also. But his favorite cap is his Australia cap, which he wears all the time. So let's see here. Here we go. Here we go. I think everybody knows that Jeremy is a huge Three Stooges fan. He loves those Stooges. He asked for a new Three Stooges shirt, so I got him a new Three Stooges shirt. Got Larry, Moe, Curly on there. Yeah. So I'm sure he'll love this shirt. This may even become one of his go-tos. Because he has those. Even though he's got like a closet full of shirts, there's really only 1 or 2 that are like his go-to shirts. Sydney is going to get Jeremy a Taco Bell hat for his birthday. Now that would probably end up being his go-to cap. A Taco Bell cap. Yes, that would probably end up being his go-to. No, Jeremy is not afraid of shots anymore.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Thank you, Gabe, for the additional $4.99 super chat. In Friday 1980, what famous Paramount movie novelization is on the dashboard of Ned's truck? I want to say The Godfather, but I'm not sure. Who knows? Hey, nice. Say hi to Jeremy for me. Oh, we'll do, Jamie. What's up, Chris? Slasher Home Video. Was it The Godfather? Michael's okay. So it was the Godfather. Cool, very cool. All right, so he got his Three Stooges shirt, and this is one he picked out on his own. He that one, buy it, he said. It's Curly. Why certainly? This will be another go-to. This will be a go-to. Why certainly? And yes, Jeremy does like Shemp. Jeremy does like Shemp too. The only stooge he doesn't like is Joe Besser. He wasn't a fan of Joe Besser. He'll tell you, Joe Besser sucks. So, another shirt for Jeremy. I knew he'd love this one because he's gonna be the whole gang. Got the whole gang. Got this shirt here. You've got RoboCop on it. You've got E.T. on it. You've got Teen Wolf on it. You've got Jessica Rabbit on it. You've got what's the creature there from the Neverending Story? What's he called? But I know Jeremy will love this one. It's like a Wizard of Oz, mashup kind of deal. But yeah, he'll be like the whole gang: E.T., RoboCop, Jessica Rabbit, Teen Wolf. So he'll like that shirt. And let's see, what else have we got? Oh, I got this shirt for myself. Because this is one of my favorite characters in one of my favorite movies. I saw this shirt and I said, it's got to be mine. Drexel. Look at that. Drexel. This is a shirt I'll probably be wearing in a lot of videos. Drexel. Love me some Drexel. And we got one more. Let's see where'd it go. So what Jeremy does is every year he selects a summer outfit and a winter outfit. And those are the outfits that he sleeps in like every night. And one of his go-tos was let me make sure this is that shirt before I say anything. Yeah, it is. Okay. So one of his go-tos for a summer shirt was a Green Lantern shirt. And he wore that thing until it just, I had to throw it away. I had to throw it away, but I promised him. I was like, I'll get you another. He didn't want me to throw it away, but I promised him, I'll get you a brand new Green Lantern shirt. This one's got to go. This one's going to just disintegrate. Because you've worn it so much, it's been washed so much, it's a mess. So he begrudgingly allowed me to throw it away as long as I would get him a new one. So I got him a new Green Lantern shirt. I don't know if it'll be his go-to, like, summer shirt to sleep in or whatnot, but, he wanted another Green Lantern shirt, so I had to get him another Green Lantern shirt. You're such a kind big brother. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Drexel is the pimp played by Gary Oldman in True Romance. Yes, indeed he is. Oh, Gary Oldman is just such a good actor. God, he's so good. He can play anything. He can play Dracula, Beethoven, a white guy who thinks he's he says he's Cherokee. See, this guy's got Cherokee blood in him or something. Okay. But I mean, only Gary Oldman can pull that off. You know what I mean? Gosh, what a talented actor.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Tact Dad 84, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate that. Deathmatch. Michael, Jason, Freddy, Chucky, Ghostface, Leprechaun. Break it down, bracket style. Who takes it? Oh my God. I mean, Ghostface is just a guy or a woman, just a human person. So I mean, they're gonna die first because, I mean, they're just a person. So whoever's facing off against Ghostface in the first round is gonna kill Ghostface. Leprechaun versus Chucky. That's an interesting one because you've got two magical kind of characters, right? Both little guys, but they prove that dynamite comes in small packages. Chucky or Leprechaun? It's a tough one. That's a tough one. Probably Leprechaun would. Well, they both kind of know magic, right? I don't know. That's a tough one. It's a toss-up. I'm gonna go with. I'm still. Chucky is gonna kill Leprechaun, so Chucky advances. So where you get into issues here is Michael, Jason, and Freddy, because none of them can die. So, I mean, they can't die. Who's gonna how do you kill what can't die? So, I mean, that's a tough one there. And technically, I mean, Freddy couldn't hurt anybody. I mean, does Michael and Jason would have to fall asleep, right? Do they sleep? Do they sleep at all anyway? So I think we have to remove Freddy from the equation because Freddy can only harm people in their dreams. And Michael and Jason don't sleep. So you've got Jason, Michael or Jason, either one would kill Chucky. There's no doubt about it. So you're looking at Michael versus Jason. And the answer is who's going to chop who into tiny pieces first. And to me, it's going to be Jason. It's going to be Jason. Jason's stronger. Jason is just, Jason's got a whole plethora of weaponry. Michael's got what? A butcher knife, I mean, I'm going Jason. Jason wins. Oh yeah. Gary Oldman was good in Romeo's Bleeding. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a not good performance from Gary Oldman. Brent's Horror Cult, thank you. Gary Oldman is one of our greatest actors. There's no doubt about that. And Gary Oldman even played like a little person in, what was that movie? Was it Tiptoes or something? I've actually not seen that one. But, I mean, I'm sure he nails it because he's Gary Oldman. I agree with 100% of that. Leatherface versus Ash? Ooh. I mean, they're both pretty handy with a chainsaw, that's for sure. Are we talking a straight up chainsaw duel? Because if it's a straight up chainsaw duel, I'm going with Leatherface. But whenever Michael kills, he ascends. Oh, I know. I can't wait for more of that in Halloween Ends. No more Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew? No, actually, yeah, I've got plenty of Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. I'm not going to touch it, though. I've got no intention of drinking any more Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. Yeah, Hannibal. Yeah, he was Mason Verger, and barely recognizable under all that makeup. Tiptoes is awful, but he was good in it. Firestarter 2022. Yeah, has anybody seen that? From the few people who I've heard from that have seen it, it's the word of mouth is not good. Put it that way. Word of mouth is not good. But yeah, like there seemed to be no promotion for Firestarter. After that initial trailer dropped, I didn't see anything. I know, I think it was Dave in the Friday the 13th commentary said he saw a lot of promotion for it on DirecTV, which I have DirecTV. Jeremy watches everything on DirecTV, but I don't remember seeing anything for it on DirecTV either. But I don't know. Then they dumped it, the week after, Doctor Strange opens. So I don't know. It kind of seemed to me like they were just, like, let's just dump this thing and, you know what I mean? Let's just get it out there and we can hurry up and write it off. Write off that loss. Sometimes it's difficult for it. I mean, why put forth the effort when he knows I can? When he knows I can, I'm there to provide the muscle. So why put forth the effort? I've not seen Doctor Strange. No, I was tempted. I'm tempted to see part 2 just for, just because it's a Sam Raimi movie. But I've heard mixed things about it too. So I'm not sure what to think about Doctor Strange 2. Oh, thank you, Drum Smash. Scariest thing that has happened to me while home alone or at work. Nothing really scary has ever happened at work. At home, well, I've scared coworkers at work. I put a rubber snake under one of my coworkers' desks, and she had a very loud reaction to that. Nothing really scary while being home alone. I don't know. I've never had any, like if you're talking about like paranormal stuff, I've never really experienced anything like that. I've told this story before, I'm pretty sure, but when I first moved into this house, there's a big ceiling fan in my bedroom, and the thing would come on by itself sometimes. Like I'd wake up in the middle of the night freezing, and the fan would be on, and it'd be on full blast. So that happened a couple of times. Well, more than a couple of times. But I remember, I think it was the very first night I moved into this house. I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and I didn't turn the light on or anything. I just left the bathroom door open, and I went in and I started doing my business, and slowly I heard the door creaking closed behind me. And of course, the bathroom got darker and darker as the door slowly closed behind me. So I'm standing there in the dark thinking, well, great, I've just bought a haunted house, right? But no, not haunted. I think the whole thing with the fan was just some bad wiring, and That's actually not happened in a long time. But there for a while, that fan would kick on just by itself. And it'd always be kind of creepy to wake up in the middle of the night, freezing to death. And like, there's that fan just full blast. But yeah. DJ, scariest thing that happened to me when looking after my son years ago, the house next door was hit by lightning. The loudest, scariest sound I've ever experienced. Now, my house had been hit by lightning a couple of times, actually. They say lightning never strikes twice in the same place. That is not true. That is not true. So that's happened to me a couple times with the house that I lived in my grandma's house too. I told you the one about I figured I had, but yeah, that was, first night in a new house and the doors are closing by themselves. And that's always a good feeling. I was walking home from work one morning at 4 a.m. and had a homeless man come out of the woods across the street from me and start shooting what I hope was BB pellets at me. Really? Holy crap. Now, there was a creepy guy in my neighborhood when I was growing up, and I was walking to the convenience store that was right across the street from my house, but it was like I had to walk through the backyard to go across the street to get there. And as I was walking through the backyard, the creepy neighborhood guy was walking down the street, and he said he'd give me $5 if I went home with him. And I said, no, thank you. And, but that's something that's always kind of, when I think about it, it kind of creeps me out. He was also somebody, they called him Shaky Frankie, because he would stand on the street and look at you with his hand in his pocket, and his hand would be shaking. And it really didn't dawn on me until years later, like what he was probably doing. But yeah, creepy guy. Yeah. I turned that offer down. Hey, Mr. Crazy E Nightmare. The entire house lit up like an alien mothership with a sound like a grand piano dropped off a skyscraper amplified through concrete speakers. My son was so calm, he was only 7. Wow. Do you do paranormal movies or mostly slasher stuff? I do both. I like a good paranormal movie. Years back, a random drunk person tried walking into our house, but the deadbolt was locked. However, the doorknob wasn't, so he just twisted back and forth the doorknob like the Walking Dead scene. Ooh, that is creepy. If you want to see some creepy videos, watch like door cam. What's the ring door camera footage? Some of it's clearly staged. But I mean, like, some of it's pretty creepy and clearly not staged. So yeah, those are some fun videos to watch, especially in the middle of the night. A long time ago, I was caretaker of an old church in upstate New York. One night phone that was underneath bed started ringing. No one on the other end. Scared the shit out of me. Job was creepy as hell. I bet. But no, nothing really paranormal's ever happened to me. Not that I want it to happen. It's just never happened to me. So consider myself lucky there. So what's everybody, how's everybody planning on riding out the rest of their Friday the 13th? Because it's almost 11 p.m. here on the East Coast, which means Friday the 13th is almost over if you're on the East Coast. Cool beanie, thank you, Biscuit. And if you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I'd appreciate that. Who's up for some more Friday the 13th trivia? Let's find some good ones here. In Friday the 13th Part 2, what was the name of Jeff and Sandra's truck? Was it A, the Killer, B, Big Red, C, Big Nasty, or D, Outlaw 2? Have you ever played with a Ouija board? Nope, never played with a Ouija board. Never played with one. Oh, are they doing something Friday the 13th related on the last drive-in tonight? It's not the Killer. The name of Jeff and Sandra's truck in Friday the 13th Part 2. It is not the Killer. It's either Big Red, Big Nasty, or Outlaw 2. You're going to watch Part 5 of New Beginning, Yo Fusion? Cool. I sleep with my Wildy by your bed, so if anyone comes in unannounced, they are going to have a bad day. Yes. They would have a bad day. Dan, what's up, man? How you doing? How's your Friday the 13th been? You're going to watch Part 7. It was released on this day in 88. That's right, yes. Yes, it was, Dave. Big Nasty. No, it is not Big Nasty. So your choices are either Big Rig or Outlaw 2. Jeff and Sandra's truck. The name of Jeff and Sandra's truck in Friday the 13th, Part 2. It is Outlaw 2. That is correct. It is Outlaw 2. This is a good one. Speaking of Friday the 13th Part 7, in Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, what story did Eddie pitch to Tina at the party? Eddie, one of the great unsung characters in Friday the 13th history. He's got that great line, "I've got a date with a soap on a rope." Does anybody know what that sci-fi story was he pitched in Friday the 13th Part 7? Before, if I give out the multiple choice, you'll know what it is. It's not Star Mummy. It's not Star Mummy. Star is in the name though. But it's not Star Mummy. Gonna watch Friday the 13th Part 2 before bed. Cool. Very cool. All right, your choices are... Well, one of your choices was Star Mummy, but it's not Star Mummy. So A, Star Mummy. B, King Tut Returns. C, Starlicon. Or D, The New Breed. King Tut in Space. No, it's not King Tut in Space. It's Starlicon. Remember? He's like, imagine Starlicon. Poor Eddie. Poor Eddie. Let's see. Let's find another good one. In Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, who lived next door to the youth center? A, the Tuckers, B, the Howards, C, the Hubbards, or D, the Holts? Rejection. I can take it. I've been rejected by some of the best sci-fi magazines in the continental United States. Rejection. I can take it. Not the Howards. Not the Holts. What were their names? Ethel and Junior. It's Hubbard. Ethel and Junior Hubbard. Piz, did you get the new remastered score for Friday the 13th from La La Land Records? It's from original master tapes and has some unreleased cues from Manfredini. It's really worth having. No, I actually didn't know La La Land put out a new score or the score. I had no idea. I've got the old one. I don't remember who released it. It's got the eye, the big eye on the cover. Yes, Mama Ethel made a great soup. That's right. A little bit of everything went into that. Well, she called it slop, right? She called it slop or soup? I don't remember, but it looked good. It looked good. She's beautiful. She can cook. You know what I mean? What more could you want in a woman? Really? Ethel is the total package. Of course, we'd have to send Junior off to boarding school or something. Waxwork. I think it was Waxwork. That's the Part 1 vinyl that I've got. Do you know when Evil Dead Rise will come out? No, I don't. When is Evil Dead Rise coming out? Have they announced a release date yet? Nope, they've not announced a release date. Just says 2022. There's not even a plot synopsis. available for it yet. Well, according to IMDb, the plot synopsis is a twisted tale of two estranged sisters whose reunion is cut short by the rise of flesh-possessing demons, thrusting them into a primal battle for survival as they face the most nightmarish version of family imaginable. Lee Cronin. Who is Lee Cronin? He did The Hole in the Ground. Okay. All right. Sounds kind of like Demons 2. A little bit. It's different to the edition from the box set. Very good album and interesting to hear some of the elements Manfredini originally recorded for the score. Cool. I'll have to look into it. Hey, River, what's up? What's up, man? Happy Friday the 13th. We just watched part 5, now watching part 2. Cool. Very cool. Sounds like you're having a fun Friday the 13th then. Ooh, we are 3 likes away from 100 likes on the stream. 3 likes away from 100. 2 likes away from 100. Who's going to be that 100th like? Did you watch any Friday the 13th movies yesterday, Jamie? And Jamie, what is your go-to Friday the 13th movie? Any Freddy versus Jason questions? Yeah, there's actually a whole... The Killer Trivia game, it's got a box like this for Friday the 13th. It's got a box like this for Nightmare on Elm Street questions also, and then there's just a stack of cards in it that are Freddy versus Jason cards. So, you've got Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Freddy versus Jason. So they cover all the bases as far as trivia is concerned. A lot of Manfredini scores sound... You know a Manfredini score when you hear one. That's for sure. Doesn't matter what movie it is, you know it's a Manfredini. I hope Trick or Treat 86 gets a Blu-ray release soon. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Anybody going to be picking up that new Friday the 13th 4K that got announced today? From Paramount, not from Scream Factory, but from Paramount. I'm not surprised that it's getting a 4K. I was surprised, though, that it's not Scream Factory bringing it to us. But, we'll see. You definitely are, Dustin. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'm going to buy it. I'm sure I'll buy it. I didn't watch one yesterday, but I usually go to the final chapter and the first 3. I love 6 also. have warmed up to part 5 over the years. I actually enjoyed the remake too. A lot of people don't. I mean, you can't go wrong with part 4. That's for sure. At least we know there won't be a recall on that one. Well, I hope not. I hope not. I seriously doubt there'll be any new special features. I think it'll be the old stuff. I mean, the selling point on that release is the 4K. Hey, Phantasm81, happy Friday the 13th to you. Hope you're doing well. Occasionally I'll watch Brendan's channel, Antonis. Every now and again he'll pop up in one of my streams, too. You're sticking with what's in your box sets? Way too frugal? I don't blame you. My one is Paramount going to start releasing like how they're doing the steelbooks, one per year? Are they going to do that with the 4Ks now? Like next year we'll get part 2 in 4K, then 3 in 4K. You enjoy Freddy vs. Jason, but might be because it was the first movie I saw of either franchise. Oh. I get it. Sentimental value. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't imagine him not doing that. Although, I mean, I guess that would save you some money, doing it that way. But part of me is like, just do the box set. Just dump them all in a box set, 4K, and get them out there. Instead of, waiting one per year. Part 4 will always be my favorite Friday the 13th. Like I said, it's a perfect slasher movie. I've owned so many editions of Friday the 13th, so I'm sure I'm getting the 4K. Certain classic movies I consider essential in the collection. Can't pass up a 4K of Friday the 13th movies, any of them. I mean, that's kind of me too, to be honest. That's me too. You might buy 5 if they drop it with the old VHS cover art. Yeah, that was kind of an odd choice for the Scream Factory set to use that artwork. I like that artwork a lot, but it's not really, when people think of Part 5, it's that Cooper hockey mask, because the theatrical poster for Part 5 is pretty boring. I've got the original theatrical poster right in front of me, and I mean, it's just text. Matter of fact, I mean, 2 and 3, 2 was text and the outline of the body. 3's pretty good, 4 is great with the mask and the knife and the eye hole and the blood. And then 5 is just, text. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, you're making some sense there, Seal. Yeah. I was listening to Part 5 on vinyl earlier, one of my favorite scores in the series. Yeah, I've got Part 5 on vinyl too. And listening to it on vinyl, there's a lot of nuances and stuff in there that you don't really pick up on when you're watching the movie. So it's a little more nuanced to score than I think people give it credit for. Given how long it will be before we get a new Friday the 13th, it's not surprising Paramount are trying to extract as much money from the franchise. Yeah, I know. At this rate, honestly, it's probably going to take one or both of them passing away before anything happens, which is kind of sad. In 5 years, they will start releasing 8Ks. I doubt it. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think 4Ks is 4K is as good as it's going to get. Can they do a Friday with just the Roy Burns story since it's not Jason? I don't know. There was a great Larry Zerner shared a CNN article about the whole thing, and it's really super complicated because even though Sean owns his part of it and Victor Miller owns his part of it, neither one can like make a standalone movie based on what they specifically own. So it's like they have to come together at some point. They have to reach some sort of agreement. And I don't know. I don't. If somebody came along and offered them a lot of money, I'm sure. I know Jason Blum went after them and probably threw a lot of money at them, and they either Miller or Cunningham told him to take a hike. I'm guessing Cunningham told him to take a hike. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there will. Well, yeah. I guess there could be that kind of home media technology, James. Physical media, unfortunately, I don't know if there will be physical media in 10 years from now. So, there might be 8K TVs and 8K streaming movies, but I don't know. I don't know. Mind blowing that Cunningham so toxic towards Miller that a deal can't be done, leaving money on the table. Just give Victor a chance to make some money on it. A lot of bad blood there. A lot of bad blood. So Cunningham doesn't need the money, clearly. So I think I don't know. It's kind of sad. As much as I'd love to see a new Friday the 13th, I kind of would. I'd love to see a new, brand new horror property happen with like a new icon, I'd love to see that too. It seems like this is the time that people should be, working on those original IPs. Like, here's the new Jason. Here's the new Michael. I don't know. Hey, Summer Sausage, how you doing? In 20 years, you'll be a character in the movie and get to watch it in VR. That would be interesting. That'd be interesting. I bet when those two guys pass away, their kids will sign a quick deal. Yeah. Yeah. A part 2 to Hellfest would be cool. Hellfest was really good. I mean, nobody went and saw it though. So but Hellfest is really good. Oh, it is 11:13 p.m. on the East Coast. We have less than 1 hour left of Friday the 13th on the East Coast. Less than 1 hour. And we have got 113 likes on the stream. Thank you all. 113 likes. Very nice. Appreciate that. Haunt was good. I liked Haunt a lot. Yeah. Haunt was really good. It fell off a little bit toward the end, but up until that point, it was pretty good. The Fede Alvarez Alien movie. Yeah, I've somebody mentioned that in the stream earlier today. I've not heard anything about a Fede Alvarez Alien. Well, Terrifier 2 is in the works, isn't it? It's done, isn't it? I think Terrifier 2 is done. Let's see. Yeah, it says it's in post-production. It's got the kid from Cobra Kai in it. Tamara Glenn from Halloween 5. You got Felissa Rose. You know what's funny about Terrifier 2, and I think I've probably mentioned this before, is something that I've noticed about the film is it's got a huge female following. And I wonder what it is about Terrifier 2 that the ladies love so much. Where's your part? You mean Jeremy? Jeremy's in bed. Jeremy goes to bed 8 p.m. sharp every night. Every night. Clockwork. Have you ever seen Ms. Meadows? It's good. I think Ms. Meadows. No. Never heard of it. Hey, Cole, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. I didn't mean to be out of touch. It's good to see you, man. How did you spend your Friday the 13th? Or how are you spending your Friday the 13th? But yeah, I've noticed that, I mean, there's a lot of fanfare for the Terrifier movies. Or for, well, Terrifier, and then Art the Clown was in, what was that anthology called? What was that called? All Hallows Eve. Yeah. when I went to the New Jersey Horror Con last year, the Terrifier, like just about everybody from Terrifier was there, and they were constantly swamped. They always had a line. Every time I was in the celebrity area, they were always packed because they kind of had them moved away from other people and their little area. Yeah. So, I mean, there's definitely there's a lot of fanfare for Terrifier and Art the Clown. But what I thought was interesting was it seemed like most of the people there were female. And I know a couple of ladies who are huge Terrifier fans. And I'd love to pick their brains on what it is about Terrifier and Art the Clown that floats their boat, so to speak. Actually, probably the first Friday the 13th in years where I haven't watched at least some slasher for the occasion. It completely slipped your mind. Love the new Jeremy trivia video. Thank you, Lou. Yeah, that was a fun one. Jeremy came out blazing in the beginning. I thought he was going to just mop the floor with me. But I won't spoil anything. It was a close one. No, Trickopedia, from what I heard, the Friday the 13th show for the CW didn't happen because they just couldn't figure out what the show was going to be about. It's as simple as that. Hey, Markeith, how are you? Happy Friday the 13th. Is this Alien movie going to be like because I'd heard something about an Alien movie that was going to be like a Hulu original, maybe? Was it a Hulu original or a Disney Plus original, something like that? Because Disney now owns Alien, so I guess it'd be a Disney Plus original. Terrifier, I remember watching it when it first came out and not really thinking anything of it. Maybe I should watch it again. Everything has its fans, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I watched it. I thought it was okay. But I don't know. It's got a pretty rabid fan base out there. Yeah, Trickopedia, I got the new Part 3 Steelbook. I actually gave 2 of the Steelbooks away during my my Friday the 13th Part 3 commentary earlier today with Jeremy. So I had 2 to give away. And those 2 have found homes. All right, let's look up the Fede Alvarez. Well, it just pops right up there. Fede Alvarez Alien in Google. Alien movie in the works at 20th Century Studios with Fede Alvarez. And it's going to be produced by Ridley Scott. Okay. I wonder if it's going to... I guess they're going to abandon the Prometheus and Covenant stuff, maybe? Even though I wasn't a big fan of Covenant, I still would have liked to have seen the last part of that trilogy just to see how it plays out. But, I don't know. I guess that's not going to happen. Okay, so Fede Alvarez is going to be doing an Alien movie sometime in the future. Cool. Yeah, as far as I know, the Hellraiser show's still happening. Or the Hellraiser, well, they were developing a Hellraiser series, like a Hulu series and a Hulu movie. I know the movie's still happening. Or the movie's done. I don't know about the series though. Does the part 3 steelbook include the cast commentary? It's got Fresh Cuts 3D Terror, Legacy of the Mask, Slasher Films, Going for the Jugular, Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 3, and the original trailer. So looks like this does not have the commentary. The commentary is probably exclusive to Scream Factory. But I did rewatch this for the first time last night in many, many years. Girls Night Out. Any fans of Girls Night Out in the chat? This is the Arrow Blu-ray. They only went in. They all went in, but only a few got out. And there's the just terrifying looking bear. The killer in the bear costume. Terrifying. Those big goofy yellow eyes and that curly tuft of hair on top of his head. Just horrifying. A terrifying vision. But that review should be out. Yes, Lauren Marie Taylor is in that movie. She is. Also, the actress from The Burning is in there too. There's a lot of familiar faces in Girls Night Out, as a matter of fact. A lot of familiar faces. Freddie Ruxpin. That's funny. That's funny. I may have to steal that for my review. Freddie Ruxpin. Do you know where I can buy a head strap for my 09 remake hockey mask? Yes. What are their names? Or what is... Here we go. Nope, that's the wrong one. Horror FX Designs. Look them up on Etsy. They do really good quality straps. What do you think about Baz Luhrmann's new Elvis movie coming out soon? The trailer looks pretty good. I don't know if it's something I'll rush out and watch, but trailer looks good. Oh, really? Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, well, I actually pulled the old DVD box set out for part 3 to watch part 3 from for our commentary. So I could have told you if that commentary is on there or not, but I went and put it back on the shelf. Hey, Clifton. Hope you're doing well. Sorry for the silence. I was just checking something really quick. All right. Seems like an appropriate thing for, Letterman's flashy style. Yeah, exactly. Perhaps Peter Bracke has some exclusivity over that part 3 commentary. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, Jose, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Do I have an Uber Jason mask? Nope, don't have an Uber Jason mask. I do have, well, where'd my, I do have a Jason X mask. Somewhere. Where did it go? Well, I know I had one, but it's not here. I don't know where it is. So I added Jason X mask to my hockey mask collection that I showed off earlier. Yeah, where is that thing? I don't know. Happy Friday the 13th. Benom? I was watching You Need a Horror Podcast with you, Christian, and Drive In about First Date Friday movies. The old English story still cracks me up. You're going to check out The Northman tonight, Jose, or have you already checked out The Northman? The Northman is great. Oh, such a good movie. If you've not seen The Northman and it's playing in a theater near you, go and see it. So freaking good. My favorite movie of this year so far. Are there any theme parks in Kentucky? There was Six Flags. I don't know if it's still a thing or not, though, to be honest. We've not been out to California. Jeremy and I have not been to California. Oh, cool. The Northman is so good. So good. Robert Eggers is just brilliant filmmaker. Such a killer movie. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. We have been going for almost 2 hours. It is 11:30 p.m. here on the East Coast. There is 30 minutes remaining in Friday the 13th. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream right there. This is the first just solo random stream I've done in a long time. And I don't know. I've missed it, and I've missed having this kind of interaction with everybody live. So I definitely plan on doing more live streams in the future. Just been kind of busy with this and that and the other, but I will do more live streams in the future, I promise. Let me do some shout outs here. Shout out to Nico. Thank you for the $10 super chats. Orc, thank you for 11 months of being a channel member. Dalton, thank you for the $2 super chat. Nico, thank you for the additional $5 super chat. Lopke Vision Films, thank you, Cody, for the $5 chats. Thank you, Gabe K. Okla, for the two $4.99 super chats. And thank you, Tact Dad 84 for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate that. Let's see who is still with me tonight. Shout out to Summer Sausage and PlayStation 9 for tuning in over on Twitch. And let's see who's still with me here on YouTube. We've got Dave Vanderhoff, Jamie Blanks, Jose Sanchez, Trekopedia, Sean Sr. There's Jill, Cole, my old buddy Cole, Antonis Andriatis, Robert Long, Joe Reese, Benam, Markeith, Winbush, Dawn of the Dead, Seal, Clifton, Slasher Home Video, my buddy Chris, Will A. Let's see who else was with us tonight here. James Hester, DJ Donley, Ben Grimm, River. Let's see, who else do we have? Dustin Lewis, Phantasm 81, Michael Sullivan, Jimmy L, JTR, David Phillips, Jimmy L, Dangertainment, Fight the Good Fight. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. This has been fun. Wish you all a great rest of your Friday the 13th. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Until then, take care and peace.